Yeah, rupees 200 and World War II are okay in writing. So it is accepted in writing. But it must be spoken as 200 rupees, rupees at the end. And second World War when it is broadcasted. So don't start a story with as expected or in a surprise mode. So it is also not desirable to begin with a participle phrase, a personal pronoun, or a question and a quotation. Unknown or unfamiliar name should not be put in the lead. As radio is a medium of breaking news, it may sound odd and old if you begin a story with yesterday. So, unlike a newspaper, radio news is presented a number of times throughout the day. In such a situation, rewriting becomes, all the more important to relieve the boredom of the audience. So, at having to hear the news in the same manner again and again, so it will be sometimes monotonous for the listeners. So, rewriting makes the news sound fresher and enables the reporter to emphasize new angles and developments in a continuing story. So putting all five W's and one H in a radio news lead will not be ideal. So the that is the listener may not recall information. So they have to try to rewrite or refresh the same news story many times. And the copy from the wire services should be considered as a raw material from which specified broadcast organizations prepare their news reports to fit the local needs and interest of people. Just as we expect visuals in television news, audio tape that is used in broadcast are essential to break the monotony of the sound of a single voice. So, reading one story after another, so it's better for them to use or insert any audio tape, and these inserts offer variety, pace and excitement to the broadcaster. So actually, actuality is a sound bite from the scene of an event, live or on tape. So in a radio news copy it is indicated as SOT. SOT is sound on tape. S, capital S, capital O, and T. SOT. I think I have used it somewhere in one of my slides. You'll come to know SOT or means sound on tape. So that is what the recorded copy, the technical name of the recorded thing is SOT. So a recorded report from a reporter from the scene of the event without an actuality is called a voice report. So that is, it will only have the voice of the reporters. So now we are moving on to the next topic, radio interview. An interview is a conversation with a purpose to gather unable audio to illustrate your story. So this audio may be live or recorded. So that is radio, any interview. See, an interview is a conversation with a purpose. So what is an interview? An interview is a conversation with a purpose to gather unable audio to illustrate the story. So this audio may be live or recorded. The interview is essentially a spontaneous event. So it must sound like a spontaneous event. It must not sound like a rehearsed one. So interview is essentially a spontaneous event, and any hint of it any hint of it being rehearsed damages the interviewer's credibility. So the interviewer is actually acting on behalf of the listener, that is asking questions which the listener would want to ask. So remember the reason for getting audio through an interview, that is to have someone else like an expert, official or eyewitnesses say something that the newscaster cannot comment. And there are three main types of interviews in a radio newscast. They are informational, interpretative, and emotional. So, what are the three radio